What is up, internet? Welcome back to the channel. And in this episode, we'll be talking about the match between Ghana and Mozambique. But before we even delve into it, let's take a quick look at Group B. If you ever told me at the beginning of the tournament that Cape Verde would progress out of Group B, I probably would have questioned your understanding of football. But here we are. Life comes at you fast, right? They've won their first two matches out of two, and they are one of the first few teams to have qualified to the next round. So shout out to Cape Verde. They've proven all of us wrong and they've gone against all odds. Now with Ghana and Mozambique, both teams do need to desperately get a win to have any chance of progressing to the next round. A draw would not do great to either team. A draw would guarantee that both teams are coming home because both teams do have 1 point, and a draw would bring them on 2 points, which is not enough to earn them a qualification as the third best placed team. So both teams desperately need a win, and that will make the match very, very exciting. Now, if Ghana should play like they did against the Egyptians, of course, minus all the back passes, they should get a win. They've shown formidable strength against the Egyptians. Let us not also forget the performance between Mozambique and Egypt. They also gave their all in all, and Egypt had to come up through a last-minute penalty kick. Now, Mozambique, however, did perform poorly against Cape Verde and conceding really, really interesting goals. If you look at the first goal from Bebe, it was a free kick. He kicked the knuckle ball from so many yards out, and the goalkeeper literally watched the ball enter the net. That is what I'm going to say. So it seems Mozambique's goalkeeper has a weakness for long shots, and if I were the coach of Ghana, that is one thing that I'll prioritize. I'll tell my boys, hey, I need you to hit accurate balls from the back towards the goal, and you're more likely going to be able to score. On the other hand, the Ghanaian team looks like a team that is 100% dependent on one player, and you know who that player is, Mohammed Kudus. Well, if Kudus has a good day, the Blackstars of Ghana will have a good day. And the opposite is true. If he has a terrible day, the team will struggle. And so if I am the coach of Mozambique, I would literally find a way to frustrate Kudus. I'll get one of my hardest men to follow Kudus around and literally man-mark him. Wherever Kudus goes to, he should follow him around the pitch. And hopefully he'll be able to frustrate him and get a frustrated team. Of course, if I were Mozambique, I would also know that Ghana's goals have been conceded predominantly from the right-hand side, from the right-back position, which is manned by Dennis Odoi. And so that is where my attack will also come from. I don't want to reinvent the wheel. So that is how I would approach the match if I were coaches from both teams. Now let's look at the formation and the lineup. Ghana is expected to play their preferred 4-2-3-1 formation, but I, however, do anticipate a change in the left-back position. I do anticipate that Alidu Seidu would come in for Dennis Odoi. Dennis Odoi does well, he does pretty decent, but bro is 35 years old and he gets fatigued pretty much easily. He's not really acclimatized to the African way of playing football where there's so much energy and there's so much heat, and that wears him down most often. So what happens is that mostly the strikers and wingers drop deep to support him, like Inaki Williams and Bukari. They do drop back to help him, and that also creates a space, an empty space out there in front, and Ghana's attack suffers. And so I would expect that the coach will be proactive and rather feature a more vibrant and a younger Ali Seidu in that position. Also, looking at Richard Ofori, he's not really the best goalkeeper that the team has, but he's featured 2 games and he will definitely feature in this one. Although I would expect that he will be subbed on and bring in a more experienced and, in my opinion, a better shot stopper in the person of Atizigi. Let's not forget that the Mozambicans are very, very clinical in front of goal. They've not had a lot of chances. They've not created a lot of chances, but they have taken the chances that they have created. And so they don't need to create a lot of chances against Ghana as well. 1-2 chances, and they're going to score those chances that they get. And so you need a goalkeeper that has a good reaction time and is very reliable at the back. Unfortunately, it's not Richard Ofori, but he would play anyway. Same with Jordan Ayew. I would change Jordan Ayew if I were the coach, but somehow it's kind of predictable. There's a better player in the person of Joseph Pinto, but somehow he will still feature. Jordan Ayew. And also Salis Mohammed is not really giving off his best in the tournament, and I do expect that he will be replaced by Daniel Namate, but hey, anything can happen. Alright, so moving on to Mozambique, they're also expected to maintain their 4-4-1-1 formation, which will be led by Ratifo. As I said before, these guys are very clinical in front of goal, so they don't need a lot of chances to score. So this is how the lineups are going to be like. What is my prediction? I do predict a 2-1 win for Ghana regardless. If Ghana should approach this game with the seriousness they did against Egypt, and of course avoid those back passes, I'm pretty sure they will be able to come up victorious. These are my thoughts and predictions. Let me know what your thoughts and predictions are, and go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done that already, and I'll see you in the next one.